Hey there, you guys. Welcome back to House of the Dragon Season 1, Episode 6. So, I'm just gonna go right into watching the episode, so let's get right to it.
And push! Boy, princess.
My gosh. It's crying. It's alive.
The Queen has requested that the child be brought to her immediately.
She just gave birth. Jesus. I know this confused a lot of people that were watching, initially. Who's this? What's happening? But to me, I figured it out pretty quickly. It's like, oh, it's just a time skip. And personally, I love that they did a time skip. It gets into like the meatier parts of, of the story without having to wait too long between seasons, I guess I would say. Of course, I do understand the confusion. It's like, who's this? What's happening? The years have gone by. But I thought it was quite brilliant.
I've just heard.
Yes.
Hold on. Where are you going?
You're very helpful later on.
Let me take him.
I shall get no such satisfaction from you.
Just take my arm at the least.
She's still very strong-willed.
Was it terribly painful?
Oh, God.
Thank you, husband.
I thought we were past this.
Do you live in some sort of non-Westerosia universe,
It is a
Leonor?
privilege.
Thank you, Lord Caswell.
Thank you.
If of
Now,
any service.
fuck off!
Your day may yet come, my lord.
She's in no mood to fucking talk to anyone. As I can understand. I love the actors that they cast for the older versions of, all the younger characters as well. Rhaenyra, Leonor.
Princess?
For some reason, this guy's still the same. Sir Christian Cole does not age. They have given him like grayish hair or something, maybe.
You should be resting after your labours.
I have no doubt that you would prefer that, Your Grace.
How you fetch a cushion for the
I would
princess.
prefer that as well.
There's no need.
And this man has survived.
Where is my grandson?
Somehow. I do wonder how many years has this been. Seems like I want to say between 10, 15, 20 years, perhaps.
Does the babe have a name yet?
We haven't spoken.
Joffrey.
That's a
He'll be
terrible
called Joffrey.
name. It's a terrible name in this universe.
I do believe he has his father's nose. Don't you?
He does not.
Do keep trying, Selena. Sooner or later you may get one who looks like you.
Ow. Straight to the point, isn't she?
You don't think to consult me before you name my child.
He's our child, is he not?
He is not. Sir Dickhead. How odd. The captain of the guard is here in the princess's quarters.
That looks like the perfect one.
Who's so strong.
Sir Harwin wishes to be introduced to Joffrey.
Of course.
Of course.
I wonder if Rhaenyra knows. I feel like he should know at the least, Yeah, I'm gonna say he knows. Otherwise, he's just a pure idiot. Yeah, he knows. It's gonna be weird. You can't have two fathers.
Sleep in front of the commander
Maybe
of
not
the
so
city
weird nowadays.
Aemond, obsession with those beasts goes beyond understanding.
They gave me a pig!
You will have a dragon one day.
He'll have to close an eye.
Yeah, there's some predictive powers she has.
He thought they'd happened upon some wild, unnamed dragon alerted to the dragon pit.
Your grandsons are a menace.
Alright, yeah. Some are dragon riders and some have the power of foresight. Hers seem a little bit better than Viserys, I'll say. A bit more clearer.
I'm afraid I don't.
Don't! Viserys.
We shall continue this afternoon, Edward.
So you're chief toy sculptor.
You forbade me to speak of it, so I held my tongue. To have one child like that is a mistake. To have 3 is an insult. To House Velaryon and the match you battled so hard to make for her, not to mention decency itself.
She's not wrong.
I had a black mare once,
Oh god.
black like a raven. One day, she escaped her pasture, and the neighboring stallion sired a foal on her. The stallion was as silver as the moon on a winter's night, and the foal, when it was born, chestnut. Nature is a thing of mysterious works.
Why you had to gaslight yourself so hard, Viserys?
How do you know? Did you witness the act itself?
I love that
Consequences
as she's gotten older,
of
she's
another
gotten
occasion
more
like when you
bold.
twat.
Willing to
Would be
talk
dire.
back to Viserys.
Do not speak of this again.
She flaunts the privilege of her inheritance without shame. She expects everyone in the Red Keep to deny the truth our eyes can all plainly see. And the king, her father...
He knows.
Of course he knows.
The Princess Rhaenyra is brazen and relentless.
Yeah,
A spider who stings and sucks her prey dry.
I don't know about that.
Spoiled cunt.
I really don't know about that one. Spoiled, perhaps, yes. Decency, you say? Yeah, that's some extreme way to
Whose idea
find
is it?
arousal. I love that she doesn't even care that he's, you know, doing that. She's just like, Aegon's being Aegon.
Do you think Rhaenyra's sons will be your playthings forever? Rhaenyra will ascend the throne, and Jacaerys Targaryen will be her heir.
She inherited some of her father's...
You are nearly an ogre, and how is it that you can be so short-sighted? If
some of her
Rhaenyra
father's
comes into
manipulative
power,
tendencies.
your very life could be forfeit. You are the king's firstborn son. Is that one day you will be our king?
Beat the message into them young.
Get dressed.
He really seemed like a dignified, kingly sort. You know? Those Braxtons. Sort of giant beast. Right, the dragon is so big. Can it really feel when you had it? Yeah.
A toast to Aegon the Conqueror, your exalted forebear, who joined our cause against Volantis in a century of blood.
Aegon the Conqueror.
Here to my long dead ancestor.
This brings
Sure.
a proposal I
Why
wish to
not?
make. I wish to offer you a permanent residence here in Pentos. The tenants would pay their tributes annually to their new Targaryen lord.
Not too bad.
Continue.
My aim is to protect Pentos from the lustful eye of the Triarchy. as
Didn't you
Aegon
guys
once
beat
did.
the Triarchy?
Your Excellence, we are travelers. We've already extended our visit here.
Damon,
It's a most generous offer, and one we will certainly entertain.
looking to settle down. Oh, wifey doesn't like that.
Siri.
Rhaenyra just sires boys, and Damon just sires girls. Not saying there's a pattern or anything. It's just interesting.
A simple transaction. We have dragons, they have gold.
You're whoring yourself out for gold?
We don't belong here, and at my end I want to die a dragon rider's death. Not that of some fat country lord.
He's just not gonna say anything. What a bitch move. Usually he's so sassy. Got no sass back.
This is the stuff, Lionel. Lads have learned together, trained together. You'll certainly form a lifelong bond, wouldn't you agree?
Hopefully.
That is the hope, Your Grace.
That is the hope. Concentrate.
Aegon, let's see if you can touch me.
Hey.
You and your brother.
Sir Christian Cole showing that he still got what it takes to be
have to do
children.
better.
Yeah,
Weapons up,
spanked.
boy.
Seems the younger boys could do better with a bit of your attention.
You question my method of instruction, sir.
Oh, I merely suggest that method
He
be
should have
applied
said
to all your
nothing.
pupils.
Very well.
He should have said nothing.
Eldest son against eldest son.
That seems fair.
It's hardly a fair match.
I know you've never seen true battle, sir, but when steel is drawn, a fair match isn't something anyone should expect.
I mean, that's a sound argument, but this is training, you know? Ow.
Foul play. I'll deal with him. You! Close with him. Press him backward. Close with him.
He's too small.
Use your feet. Don't let him get up. Enough.
Daddy's come to save you.
You forget yourself, Strong. That is the prince.
This is what you teach, Cole. Cruelty to the weaker opponent.
Your interest in the prince's training is quite unusual, Commander.
Let a bitch move.
Most men would only have that kind of devotion toward a cousin, or a brother, or a son.
Uh-oh. You wanted this. Make it public. My lord is strong.
Say it again!
Lord of the match.
Look at what you have caused, Rhaenyra.
Ours, James Harwin! You have laid us open to accusations of an uglier treachery.
And what treachery is that?
Come on, we all know.
Don't play the fool with me, boy.
Don't lie to your dad.
Your intimacy with the Princess Rhaenyra is an offense that would mean exile and death for you, for her, for the children.
Just rumor. Only. Spun
Rumor.
by the princess's rivals.
People have eyes, boy.
Their hair looks awfully similar to yours.
The willful blindness of a father towards his child.
I wish my father affected a similar blindness.
Have I not? These many years, and yet today
He's been covering for
publicly
you,
assaulted
probably.
a knight of the King's Guard in the defense of your...
Not good, Rhaenyra. You can't just fuck around and think things are gonna be okay. There are consequences to your actions, whether you can see them or not. What is happening?
Oh, I fell down.
Where have you been?
Out with Carl. Did I mention it?
Carl feels very awkward right now.
Swells the breast.
Would you mind, Sir Carl? I would like to speak with my husband.
It's not the time.
Of course, princess. War is afoot again in the Stepstones, Rhaenyra.
Again?
After all this time, this is just what I need. A good, honest battle to enliven my blood again.
You wanna go out and fight?
Are you mad? Do you know what's happened? Or you've been guzzling all the ale in Flea Bottom, God to know what besides.
That's a low blow.
Questions about our son's parentage.
It's not really his son, is
Insinuations,
it?
are
They are our sons. Yours and mine. And their true father will not abandon them now.
But but he is not their true father.
I have played my part here faithfully.
Yeah.
10 years.
10 years.
For 10 years, you have indulged yourself at court. Drunk the rarest of wines, fucked the lustiest boys. This was our agreement. I have not begrudged you.
Had a good time.
You do not desert your post when the storm lashes.
The wise sailor flees the storm as it gathers.
Get the hell out of Dodge.
Rhaenyra has delivered another son.
Does your brother mention if this one also bears a marked but entirely coincidental resemblance to the commander of the City Watch?
Even Damon knows all the way out here. Who doesn't?
Do you never long for home?
No.
I don't
You
believe
sure?
Believe what you please. Didn't know I was being so minutely observed.
you. You do not sleep.
Well, how can I with you haunting my every move?
Very blunt.
I
Here
know
comes the
disappointed
sass.
you, but you are more than the statement. The man I married is more than this.
Yeah. More than some bitch dragon lord to be used. Bitch.
We should address the latest developments in the Stepstones, my lords.
Ever be shut of that blasted place?
I know, right? You think we'd be done by now?
We have left it undefended. There should have been fortifications built, watchtowers, a fleet of ships, a garrison of soldiers sent to hold our ground.
We cannot afford it.
There's
Our
no
coffers are great,
money.
but not infinite.
We have been lax, and the old monster now lifts its head.
Point. What's done is done. What should we do now?
Let us be finished.
Yeah, I'm done.
Wait, I wish to speak.
I thought we were done.
Be seated.
I have felt the strife between our families of late, my queen.
Oh, you say so.
And for any offense given by mine, I apologize.
You're trying to mend some bridges, especially after she's been exposed. Good job, Harwin.
My son, Jacaerys, will inherit the Iron Throne after me. I propose we betroth him to your daughter, Helena.
A most judicious proposition.
It's not too bad.
If Cyrax brings forth another clutch of eggs, your son, Aemond, will have
He's
his
always
choice
just
of
like,
one.
what the fuck?
A
Why am I
symbol
here?
of our goodwill.
The king and I thank you for your offer, and we will consider it duly. You must rest now, husband.
Can't you two make peace? She gave you a pretty generous offer.
How sweetly the fox speaks when it's being cornered by the hound.
She is sincere.
She is right.
She is desperate.
Nah, Alice is right.
For me to marry my only daughter to one of her plain-featured sons.
Featured sons.
Let us put aside these childish quarrels.
You may do as you wish, husband. When I am cold in my grave.
I don't think that's happening. More likely, it's gonna be the other way around. She does
I do not
take
mean
care
to
of
blame.
him. It's like, shut up, you do.
What might this errand be about, Lord Lionel?
I gotta get the fuck out of here.
Your Grace, I feel I have come to resign my position as Hand of the King. My son, Harwin, has disgraced himself.
He's been expelled from the City Watch. That seems punishment enough.
Forgive me, Your Grace, it is not.
She took so much effort to put you down in the chair.
You have served me faithfully. Your advice has been sage, unmarked by self-interest.
Unlike someone.
There is a shadow over my house, and it grows ever darker. I can no longer serve you with integrity.
Mm-hmm.
What is this shadow?
Name
it that casts such a gloom.
Yes, you must have your reasoning in plain language.
No, I'd rather not say in front of the king.
I cannot.
Then I cannot accept this.
My dear husband.
I said no.
I would then ask leave to take my son from court and escort him back to the family seat at Harrenhal.
And then you can stay there for a while until things die down at court. Controversy. A drama.
You going to help me?
Not this time. Poor Viserys. Always stuck in between a hard place. Were you
I
always
took the liberty
there?
of beginning without you, Your Grace. It seemed a sin to let such a pie grow cold.
You did wisely, Lord Laris. You had no such worry about the wine, surely.
Meat without wine is also a sin.
Wise words.
King had more
From a
wine
snake!
than my father.
He attempted to resign his post.
Not for as much. His honour's always been a millstone about his esteemed neck.
Those are nice
Interesting
words you
you
had
said
for your
attempted.
dad.
My lord husband refused to accept.
It's a willful blindness. The king. You'd surely suffer the same affliction if it came to
I
it.
would not. Lord Lionel is to escort Sir Harwin back to Harrenhal to watch over his seat whilst he continues to serve as hand.
Such a snake.
But the hand is compromised by the acts of his son.
It is now that I most rue the absence of my own father. He wouldn't hesitate to speak the truth to the king if Otto Hightail was still at hand.
You cannot say, my queen, that your father would be impartial in this matter.
No, but he would be partial to me.
Yeah, there's the rub. What? She's looking for some sort of ally.
In all of King's Landing, is there no one to take my side?
Well, you're talking to one right now. I don't think she gave any sort of command to you.
What a collection of heroes I have before me. I am prepared to offer you mercy if you're prepared to pay a little price.
No, I don't think I can pay this price. Oh my god. The horrors of childbirth. I don't think I can be in the room when it happens.
The child will not come.
Eh?
We could lay open the womb, try to remove the infant by way of the blade, but I cannot say for a surety whether it lives.
I think she heard that.
Survive it? No.
Yep, she heard that. I think he shook his head, like, no, right? Felt like that's what he did. He had to face the same choice that his brother had as well.
Dracarys!
Where? Who? What?
Dracarys! Dracarys!
We just got to know you. She chooses her own way out.
Rhaenyra!
She made her own choice. Bye bye.
I will return.
Daddy.
I promise.
Kid's not dumb.
Is Harwin Strong my father?
Eh?
Am I a bastard?
You never thought about this, did you?
You're a Targaryen. That's all that matters.
But he doesn't have blonde or silver hair. Details, right?
We're finished here. We're leaving.
What of your offer, Jace and Helena?
I have been undermined and made a spectacle. They whisper about me in the corridor as well.
I wonder why you've been made a spectacle.
To Dragonstone, then?
I should have left years ago.
Yeah, it's GTFO.
What of your position?
The wise sailor flees the storm as it gathers. Laenor, bring him.
Yay!
We'll need every sword we can muster.
Now you got 4 swords. tongueless men. Why would you give them an insignia? You know? Like, why would you leave some sort of trail? It's so dumb. I mean, maybe there is a reason that I just don't know, but I would not do that. Yeah. Send out my hitmen with, you know, my calling card. Well, there goes the Strongs. There goes the Strongs. That's so messed up. Why would you assassinate your brother and your father? So much death. So much death. For what?
They're dead. You passed judgment.
The Queen makes a wish. What servant of the realm would not strive to
That's some
fulfill it?
gaslighting.
I assume you will write to your father, no?
You got what you want, Alicent.
I did not wish for this.
I feel certain you will reward me when the time is right.
This is some blackmail. Some next level blackmail. Alright, so we just finished watching the episode, and there's a lot of stuff going on. Like, the biggest thing, the time skip. 10 years in the future. Just like that, you know? And I really like it, for me personally, because I feel like we're just jumping into the most juicy parts of the story that they want to show in the show. So, to me, it's okay. And, you know, we get to see more of the political drama, the kids growing up. There are a ton of kids now. Oh my gosh. You know, everyone has at least 2 or 3 kids. Except Rhaenyra. No, he technically has 3 kids. Even Daemon has he has 2 girls, right? Yeah, he has 2 girls. And he would have had a 3rd. Unfortunately, he lost his wife and child. Yeah, a lot of death, a lot of stuff going on, you know. It felt really much more like a setup episode, you know, getting us quickly introduced to where every character is at, and then positioning them towards where we want the story to go, which is Rhaenyra is outside of King's Landing, Daemon no longer has a wife, and Viserys being isolated alone with Alicent, and Alicent getting her father back. So a lot of pieces are moving, and it's just going to build into something a lot bigger. But overall, no action in the movie, just a lot of political action going on, and it's all good. It's, you know, classic Game of Thrones, but done really well. So I think that's gonna be it for today. So until the next episode, catch you guys all later.